Despite their small size, termites have adapted to thrive in extreme climates, such as the African savanna, where temperatures fluctuate dramatically. Remarkably, within their mounds, termites maintain a stable internal temperature, unaffected by the external conditions. This ability demonstrates their remarkable capacity to create comfortable habitats in even the harshest environments. Soil, the uppermost layer of the Earth's surface, primarily results from the weathering of rocks. It consists of minerals, humus, decayed organic matter, and beneficial organisms like worms. Soil particles vary in size, with the smallest forming clay, medium particles becoming silt, and the largest constituting sand. Adequate moisture allows soil to sustain vegetation, creating habitats for diverse The interludes interspersed within gameplay intervals frequently showcase the most visually captivating segments of a game due to their elevated animation quality. Coupled with a penchant for intricately convoluted, recursive storylines, and extended periods of verbose explanatory dialogue, these elements can sometimes render the gaming experience tedious or cumbersome. New research shows that during the global financial crisis, workers who stayed in the jobs did not reduce their working hours. Despite claims that cuts in hours have to prevent job losses, the study found that life of people who remained same employers stayed relatively unchanged. All the works of art shown in this exhibition were purchased on a shoestring budget. The criteria that the curators had to follow were that works must be acquired cheaply, appeal to a broad range of tastes, and fit with unusual environments. Thus, many of our better-known modern artists are not represented. It's not that human activities didn't impact wildlife at all, of course. Heavily hunted species, like white-tailed deer, gray squirrels, and raccoons, were photographed somewhat less often in hunted areas. Coyotes showed up more often in hunted areas. While most species didn't avoid hiking trails, the predators actually preferred them. Botanic gardens are scientific and cultural institutions established to collect, study, exchange and display plants for research and for the education and enjoyment of the public. There are major botanic gardens in each capital city. Zoological parks and aquariums are primarily engaged in the breeding, preservation, and display of native and exotic fauna in captivity. The elephant is the largest living land mammal. During evolution, its skeleton has greatly altered from the usual mammal design for two main reasons. One is to cope with the great weight of huge grinding cheek teeth and elongated tusk teeth, making the skull particularly massive. The other is to support the enormous bulk of such a huge body. Major breeding areas and breeding islands are shown as dark green areas or darts. Open darts show no breeding records on islands, and are also used for offshore sightings, that is from ships or boats. Other areas where species is not meant to be seen are plain pale green, with pale green hatching where records are usually sparse. Many people believe that employers discriminate against older people because youths have more energy and creativity. This is not true. The main reason for hiring younger workers is payroll. In most countries, your salary is dependent on how many years of work experience you have. It is far more cost-efficient to hire postgraduates, fresh out of university, than senior staff with over 20 years of industry knowledge. Tesla came over from Graz and went to work for Thomas Edison. Nonetheless, Edison offered him a job, promising Tesla $50,000 if Tesla could redesign Edison's breakdown-prone DC generator designs. The new generator designs were a vast improvement over Edison's originals. Upon completing the job, Tesla went to Edison to collect the $50,000 promised for the task. Edison replied, "You don't understand our American humor." And Tesla was never paid. Companies will want to be known not just for the financial results they generate, but equally for the imprint they leave on society as a whole. First, ensuring that their products contribute positively. Second, operating in a way that approaches a net neutral impact to the natural environment. And third, cherishing their people. A university is not a business. More precisely, a not-for-profit college or university is significantly different than a for-profit business. A university has no owners, it is a public trust. Without owners, it has no one to pay dividends to, and no one for whom it must maximize its profits. A business has a single overriding goal, the maximization of return for the owners. A university has a multiplicity of goals, to foster learning, to create knowledge, and to serve its community.
In motorcycle accidents, the other driver may frequently assign blame to the motorcyclist, citing road conditions, signage, and other factors. While not all accidents necessitate legal representation, an experienced local attorney can clarify the legal process and help ensure the other driver's insurance does not unjustly attribute fault to the motorcyclist. Intangible assets are vital to a company's operations, reflecting its reputation and enabling the recruitment of skilled employees and increased productivity. They also ensure the firm's future value. Despite their resilience, intangible assets can diminish in significance due to negligence or business failure, underscoring the importance of careful management. Mediterranean countries are renowned for their sunny climate, delicious cuisine, and excellent health statistics, including low heart disease rates and increased life expectancy. This has led to widespread interest in the Mediterranean diet, characterized by healthy eating habits rather than weight loss. The diet's emphasis on balanced nutrition contributes to its health benefits. Amphibians, including salamanders, frogs, and toads, are diverse and widespread but are experiencing population declines. Frogs, in particular, are environmental indicators due to their unique dual life. Their permeable skin facilitates respiration and hydration, making them sensitive to environmental changes and highlighting their ecological importance. Cloud seeding, a weather modification technique, aims to alter precipitation levels by dispersing substances into the atmosphere. This method is paralleled by natural ice nuclei, predominantly of bacterial origin, which also influence precipitation. Cloud seeding represents an intentional effort to manage weather patterns, utilizing principles observed in natural processes. Prenatal auditory development underscores the significance of early sensory experiences in fetal development. Emerging evidence suggests that infants perceive external auditory stimuli in utero, with implications for language acquisition and cognitive development. Maternal exposure to auditory stimuli, such as classical music, may influence early auditory processing, shaping linguistic and cognitive abilities in infancy. Our central aim is to enable you to develop knowledge and attitudes and skills that are conducive to constructive involvement, cooperation, and teamwork with others and will serve you well in future endeavors. To succeed, the process demands all of us a serious exercise in civic responsibility.